Alright everyone, we are back in Kennedy Meadows for another backpacking trip. So my brother is with me on this trip, as well as my niece. And she hasn't been on the trip with us since 2016, so that's cool. Anyway, I probably won't be showing much of my niece because of reasons. So we were originally going to try to go to Crabtree Trailhead in the Emigrant Wilderness, but we heard reports that the mosquitoes are crazy over there right now, and it's just a really busy place also. So we decided to come to Kennedy Meadows again. Okay, so we're finally on the trail. It's actually pretty busy today. It is July 2nd, and in 2 days is July 4th, Independence Day. So hopefully it's not too bad and we can find a campsite. My brother got a new pack just before this trip. It's the Gregory Optic 48, and it's one of the packs that I suggested to him. I also suggested the Gossamer Gear Gorilla, what else? The ULA Ohm. He went with this pack because he has a lot of Gregory packs, and he seems to like it so far. Anyway, my pack weight right now is about 21.5 pounds. My brother's is about, I'd say about 28 pounds, which is pretty good for him. Anyways, I'm going to focus on hiking now, and I'll do more videos when we get to the campsite. Oh, and I forgot to mention that we were trying to go to Yosemite, but it's all messed up right now due to COVID, and they're doing a lottery system, and I guess we just weren't lucky enough to get a reservation, so we decided to do this instead. Alright, sorry if there's any wind, but we made it to Relief Reservoir and we're at the same place we were right before, up atop this rocky area, so that's why it's windy. But we're going to stay here for a while and eat some food. I think my brother's already passed out over there. He didn't get any sleep last night. He was up all night working. Alright, I'm just going to have some tuna on this tortilla. It kind of looks disgusting, but I'm going to eat it anyways. Alright, we're back on the trail, and we actually stayed there for a long time. It's a little after 4 o'clock right now, but we scouted out the area because we want to set up camp right there because my brother's just really tired. He didn't even sleep last night at all. But we just couldn't find anything that was good and close enough to the water. So we're moving on ahead. My brother has stayed here before at a campsite not too far ahead, so we're gonna see if we can find that one again, and hopefully that works out. Alright, so we reached the stream. My brother says that right past this we veer off to the right and the campsite should be somewhere there. We're just walking through the woods here trying to find the campsite, but it's starting to clear up now. Alright, I think we found our campsite. We're going to set up our tents somewhere in this area. The only problem is there's some more mosquitoes around here, especially in the shade, and they already got bit in the face. But the water is just over these rocks. I'll show it to you. And there's the water. Alright, I got my tent set up. I don't need my rainfly right now, I'll deal with that later. My brother's working on his tent, and I've got to help my niece with her tent, which is my 3FUL gear one-person tent. Alright, we got the tent set up. I've got the 3FUL gear tent seeing some action again. My niece is using that. And then I got my Nature Hike two-person tent. First time out on dry ground. And my brother's got his Big Agnes tent, two-person, that he's been using for a while now. Alright, I got my sleeping pad inflated, my quilt out, and I'm ready to go to bed. But first, we need to make some food, but it seems like everyone's already going to sleep. My brother just passed out because he didn't sleep at all last night. My niece is probably still awake, but she's probably on listening to music or something. And I do have my Thermarest Neo-Air and my 15-degree quilt with me today, which is overkill, but at least I'll be warm. Alright, I've got the water going, and I'm having Italian pepper steak for dinner tonight. Of course, it's repackaged. I'm reusing this biscuits and gravy bag, but it seems to work just fine, and I'll be eating shortly. Alright, the Italian pepper steak is ready to go, and I think I put just the right amount of water too. That's going to be good. Alright, round two. I'm having mashed potatoes with some pepperoni. Alright, it's morning of day 2. It's about 8:15 right now, and today we're not exactly sure where we're going. We're either going to try to get to Lunch Meadow or Lower Relief Meadow. We're not even sure if we're going to actually get to those destinations, but we're going to go as far as we can and just set up camp. Last night we just ate food and then jumped in the tents and went to bed. We were all pretty wiped out yesterday because we didn't get much sleep. Especially my brother, he didn't get any sleep. There were also campers all around us. It's very busy around here, especially this time of year. Right now it's the day before Independence Day, July 4th. So yeah, it might even be busier today. But we're headed farther out, so hopefully there's not as many people. Anyways, time to get up because the sun is out and it's starting to warm up in here. Alright, it's 9:15 right now, and we got the campsite mostly broken down. My brother and my niece are having some coffee, and I'm about to start some biscuits and gravy. Alright, I got my biscuits and gravy in this ridiculously small bag. It's super thick because I didn't put that much water, but I've learned not to put too much. You don't want to put too much, but having a little bit less is okay. Anyway, let me try it out. That's pretty good. The biscuits are still a little crunchy because I didn't put, a whole lot of water, and I didn't let it sit for long enough. but perfectly edible. Okay, so yesterday we started right here at Kennedy Meadow, and we hiked down the trail here, and right now we're about halfway past the Relief Reservoir. We're camped about right there, and we're trying to decide which way to go today. So if we go this way, we head to Lower Relief Valley, which we did last time we were here, but this time we're thinking about going this way, which goes to Lunch Meadow right here. The problem is this is like all uphill, so we're just trying to figure out, you know, what's easy, because tomorrow we're gonna have to hike back the whole way. So yeah, we're gonna figure that out. Alright, we came up with a plan. We're actually gonna go to Saucer Meadow, or around that area. There's this creek right here, so we're going to pretty much meet up with the creek and try to find the campsite around there. And if there's no water, or we can't find a campsite or something, we're going to backtrack back to Relief Reservoir right around here. So that's the plan. Alright, we left the campsite and we are headed back to the main trail, and then we'll be headed to Saucer Meadow. Looks like someone was trying to tell Tim to go that way. Anyway, we're back on the main trail and we're going to be moving forward now. Alright, we're at the junction. On the last trip we went this way to Lower Relief Valley, but this time we are going to Lunch Meadow this way. Alright, we've been going up a bunch of switchbacks. Alright, there's Relief Reservoir down there, and it just keeps on going up. Seems to level out a little bit right here, but I think it just goes up further. We're just taking a break right here to eat some snacks. I don't think it's even 1 o'clock right now. Alright, we took a short break back there on that rock for about 15 minutes. But now we're back on the trail, and it looks like it's flattened out quite a bit. Okay, so I think we're actually passing through Saucer Meadow right now. So we need to find a water source and a decent campsite. Alright, so I think this is the creek down here, but it's not flowing. It looks mostly dry. There's a few spots where there's standing water, but yeah, this isn't going to work. And also this terrain doesn't look very good for making a campsite. So, I don't know. We're going to look around some more, but if we can't find a decent campsite, then I guess we're going to have to head back to the reservoir. Okay, we found the creek. It's flowing very strongly. We can't really see it too well from here, but you can see the water all the way over there. Yeah, nice swimming area over there. So we got to find a place to camp now, and then we'll be good. Well, I'm at the water now. I just need to figure out how to get across. There is a fallen log over there, but so far looking pretty good. There are a ton of fallen trees over here, so I'm not sure if that's going to work for a campsite, but if I can get across and do some scouting, I think we'll find something. Alright, Mike, go for it. Okay, I think this is going to be our campsite. It's not the best, there's grass everywhere, but it's very close to the water and it's relatively flat. Let me show you the water right over here. So, yeah, it's really nice having water right here. Alright, it's a little after 4 o'clock. We've been just hanging out and eating snacks for like the past hour. I finally got my tent set up, or at least just the inner. And my brother and my niece are down by the water playing. So I just figured I'd set up my tent while they're down there. That water's cold. Alright, we got all the tents set up. A little bit of a tight fit over here. And we have the 3FUL gear tent over here. And I think it's going to work out. Okay, we're cooking dinner a little bit earlier than we usually do because the mosquitoes are pretty bad right now and I have a feeling they're going to just get worse later. So I'm just having Italian pepper steak again, but I broke my Mountain House bag last night, so I did bring this spare baggie so I can cook my Mountain House in. So I'll just rehydrate that and eat it, nothing special there, and I probably won't show any footage of that. Alright, I'm going to have some hot chocolate and then I'm going in the tent because the mosquitoes are driving me crazy. Alright, it's morning of day 3. It's a little after 7 o'clock right now. We got up at about 6:30. We're trying to get an early start today so we can get to the car at about lunchtime. We went to bed pretty early last night because the mosquitoes were really bad, so it made it easier to wake up early. So I'm going to break down my tent pretty soon and have some breakfast and we'll be getting out of here. Alright, this morning I'm having the Mountain House granola with milk and blueberries. Alright, looks pretty good. Alright, it's 8:20 and the campsite's cleaned up and we're about to hit the trail.
I jumped all the way.
Alright, we're back at Saucer Meadow, making pretty good time. I'll tell you what, it's nice hiking in this shade. Alright, and just like that, we are at the junction. It's 9:15 right now, and we've been hiking for only 50 minutes, so we're making pretty good time. Alright, we made it back to the Tin Marrow, and we camped this way, which means we are about halfway past Relief Reservoir. I can see some campers down there. That's pretty much where we camped. So we're passing by where we took a break 2 days ago, and we'll be at the car shortly.
Are you sure?
Alright, we're pretty close to the car now, so I'm going to end the video here. So it's about 11:30 right now, and we made pretty good time back to the car. So the first night we stayed at Relief Reservoir, about halfway past it, on that little peninsula area. You just go to the creek and you follow the creek down to the water. There's a lot of nice campsites there. The mosquitoes were about moderate at that campsite. And yesterday we hiked towards Lunch Meadow, but we actually didn't go all the way over there. We went a little bit past Saucer Meadow, where the creek gets close to the trail, and then we camped in that area. It was a really nice campsite close to the water, but the mosquitoes were crazy. Anyways, it was a really nice trip. We didn't crush too many miles. We might have did like 8 miles or 16 miles round trip. Pretty similar to the last trip we did here. Anyways, we're gonna enjoy the rest of our Independence Day, and thanks for watching. Nothing like a big juicy cheeseburger at Kennedy Meadows.